love this thing. I love it. Hello, coucou tout le monde, bienvenue dans cette nouvelle vidéo. Hello everyone, welcome to this new session. Today we'll be learning how to make a straplet top, okay? It's basically like a corset, okay? It's not exactly a corset, but it's similar to a corset, okay? So I have here the main fabric, okay? African print. Let me show you. I have this fabric here that I'll be using, and I have some boning, okay? It's basically some kind of accessory that we put to strengthen, okay? It has some like wire inside, I'm not sure, but it's a bit straightened, okay? Straighten the cloth. So we're gonna transform, okay? I hope that we have enough time, okay? I'm guessing I want this to be a 40 minutes, okay? 40-minute tutorial, okay? So we're gonna transform the basic bodice to have that shape, okay? The strapless, like a heart shape. And then we're gonna cut on the fabric, okay? I also have lining, I have some bias, I have my ruler, my chalk, my pencils, and my design that I've drawn, okay? Make sure that you draw your design and then you use your exact measurement or the similar measurement we would like to achieve, okay? Can you see? So in front we're gonna have a sort of a V in the middle part, and then at the back we're gonna have a zip in the middle here, okay? 1 2 3 4 panels at the back and 3 panels in front, okay? Let's see, we can do actually 4, okay? So second thing, I'll be using my measurement, okay? My shoulder to shoulder is 40, bend, back width 36, front width 33, back length, okay, 41, front length 48, circumferences, okay, all around my body. At the chest I have 84, at the boobs I have 96, at the under waist here I have 31, and at the waist I have 80, okay? So from the basic bodice, what we are going to do is to actually tighten the underbust. Here's the underbust line, okay? Just where your brass ends, okay? Like a circle here, okay? In front, okay? We need to know how deep we want it to be, okay? But the limit here is on the armhole, okay? This is where it starts. Something like this. Something like this, okay? So what I want is to actually go a little bit straight. I'll take my ruler. I want it to go a little bit straight. And then somewhere here, I want it to go down. Just draw, okay? Just near my actual dot. Is the dot, yeah, okay? So for 24 I have 24 here, minus 1, 23 to have a 19. I need to reduce by 1 2 3 4 centimeters, okay? 4 centimeters. So 2 one side, 2 on the other side, but I'll take more here. So let me take 2.5 on this side, okay, and on the left side toward the center front, I'll take 1.5. Okay, so now if I measure the full under bust, I have 11.5 plus, which is 19. Okay, I'm just shifting my meter. Okay, I hope that you're doing great. J'espère que vous allez bien. Comment s'est passée la semaine? Weekend is for sewing, so let's sew something exciting. I'm just gonna take my lining and fold it onto my table, and I'll place the main fabric on top of it, also fold it onto 2. Okay, we're gonna cut front and back at once with the lining. Make sure that your fabric is flat on the table, okay, before you place your pattern. Okay, so 4 layers. Okay, I'm placing my patterns, and also the center front is gonna be cut on fold. Okay, center back is just gonna cut next to a open fabric. Okay, so you're gonna have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 and 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 for the lining. Okay, we have 4 panels. Okay, we're gonna have 2 of them, 2 of them, 2 of them, and 1 for the center front panel that is cut on fold. Okay, I'm placing at the best position, and then I'll put the pins and cut. And then also the seam allowances is gonna be 3 centimeters on the center back and 1 centimeter all around at the side, 2 centimeters. Okay, so now I can cut all around with those seam allowances value. Okay, keep that in mind when you join all the parts together. So here my panels are ready. I'm gonna cut interfacing. Okay, that is going to be ironed onto the lining. Okay, so I'm going to iron them onto the lining and start joining all the pieces. I'm removing all the excess around the interfacing. Okay, so we have these 4 panels. Here we have this is the design that we are trying to achieve. Okay, voici le design qu'on essaye le modèle qu'on essaye de coudre. Okay, so you can see clearly. Okay, so here is the cutting part. Okay, here's the panel. Okay, we cut this on 4. You can see the folding, facing, symmetrical image, same. Okay, so here's the front of the main fabric. Okay, and here is the back. This is the zip. This is what the zip is gonna fall into. Okay, and on the other side, just gonna push it. On the other side, we have the lining. Okay, I've ironed the interfacing. Okay, interfacing, if you go to the shop, you're gonna see interfacing. They call it paper stay or Vaseline in French, I'm not sure. Oh yes, so we usually put it on collar. Okay, you see the collar is a bit standing, so we put it to strengthen and clear a bit the fabric. So this is the front of the lining. Okay, so right now I'm gonna join panel together, front and back. Okay, just by the side and then the inside. So I'm putting the pin also at 1 centimeter. Okay, front lining, front main, back lining, back main. Okay, so at the end I'm gonna have four pieces. Okay, try to pin from top to bottom or bottom to top. Okay, it's a curve, so try to sew as slowly as possible. So let's sew those 4 panels. Okay, after sewing you have this, have iron and press nicely open the seam. Okay, here's the lining and the main fabric. Now I'm gonna prepare my boning. Okay, you just take your boning and then you measure the length. You're gonna put it just across the seam. Okay, so let's cut the length that we need. Okay, here's the type of boning that I'm using. It's 1 centimeter wide and it comes on roll. So I'm gonna cut all the necessary parts and prepare it for each line and sew. Okay, at the end you're gonna curve on the direction that you want. So now I'm sewing all the way through the seam line. Okay, and then I'm gonna backstitch. You're free to add some paper tape at the beginning, at the end of the boning, because sometimes it itches a little bit. Okay, so I'm sewing all the way onto the lining through the dots. Okay, I'll make 2 lines. Okay, left and right, just at 1 millimeter left and right of the boning. So the seam is gonna be 1 centimeter or 0.7 millimeter. I'm also going to apply a boning around the V shape, okay, to lift, to allow the fabric to stay up. Okay. Now I'm going to sew the bias onto the lines, okay, onto all those seams. But I've joined the back together, okay, and the front together for the lining and the main fabric. So we have 2 pieces right now. So all around I'm gonna place those wires parallel to the center back or the center front. Okay, just so at 1 millimeter near the bias, 1 millimeter all the way. This is just to close the seam. Okay, You're free to add any design you would like. So I'm sewing. So right now we are going to sew the lining with the main fabric. All we do is place right side touching right side. Okay, here is the front. Okay, the main fabric. Okay, I'm gonna place it on top. Okay, to cover the main fabric. Okay, I'm gonna put the pins all around across the chest line. Okay, and at the waist line I'll put pins. So we're gonna sew top and bottom line, the two parallel lines. Try to match the side line together, the edges together. Okay, matching the seam, main fabric and lining together, and cut the excess of boning. Okay, it might hurt the needle when sewing. So I put the pins all across those lines. Okay, I'm gonna sew the waistline and then the chest line through the V. Okay, at 1 centimeter. Remember your seam allowances. If it's a 1, if it's a 2, if it's a 3, you just sew. So I'm sewing, opening the seam. Okay, opening the seam. Also the other line. This is the waistline that I'm sewing all the way, matching the seam, lining and main fabric, and opening the seam when sewing. Okay, try to open the seam. Here's the V. I'm gonna go in and in. Change the direction of your sewing machine. So I'm sewing, almost done. Right, I'm gonna turn, okay, through the side, and I'm gonna sandwich stitch the zip. Okay, once that is done, I'm gonna sew the zip in, and that's it. So thank you for watching. I hope that you like, I hope that you enjoy, I hope that you've learned. Let me know what you think about this video. Cheers, and see you in one of our other sessions. Bye bye.